Hey everybody, I'm Amy from BodyFit by Amy, and this is your Dumbbell Full Body Burn workout. In this workout, we are using a flow format, so no circuits or intervals, but it is going to move quickly, and we're gonna work the entire body. We're gonna get back to basic strength, we're gonna add on some compound exercises, and with all of it, I'm gonna give you lots of different options to work to your level. Are you ready? Let's do it. Let's start just by getting a quick dynamic warm-up. We'll start with a march or a jog, whatever you need to do to get the blood flowing, get the energy up. You can move those arms. We'll get a little bit of movement prep, some mobility exercises, and then we will jump right in. Let's roll those shoulders. So again, today we are not working in intervals or in circuits. I know sometimes that makes some of us a little bit nervous if you've done my workouts like that before. But the thing to remember is, one, we're still gonna get breaks. We're still gonna be working in a flow format, alternating between exercises, but it is gonna be no repeat today. So essentially some longer sets where we add on. Let's take it right up here, arms up, and then drive the hips to the back. So we'll have some longer muscle endurance sets where we're also building strength. And usually this type of format goes by really quickly. It's over before we know it. So get excited about that. And as I always say, be where you are today. So if this workout, let's take it cross over and then step out into that side lunge. If you need a break before we have it, if you need to split up those exercises, I'm gonna give you a bunch of options to do that, but you do you. Be where you are today. And if that means that you're gonna break before me or you're gonna mix it up, that is okay. The important thing is that you're here, you are moving your body. Let's take the toes out, arms up with that Y, and then drop it down. So you're here, big stretch for the shoulders, and then squat. So a little bit of a squat, but also letting your chest come forward to stretch through the back. So we're right here, big open up. Let's get two more. One more. And then let's take it right down right here, hands on the inside. Just kind of press the shoulders forward as you gently press back. So full body dumbbell burn, working the full body. We'll start back to basics, we'll add on. So I'll try to cue you ahead of time of what weights you might need. Walk your feet in. Let's take it right here, straight up and little drop in the knee. You don't have to get super deep into that lunge, but big reach and hip opener. So I'll cue you on your weights, working with dumbbells. Of course, I'm gonna encourage you to go heavy, but if we're doing something lower body, but we're gonna add on an upper body, I'll let you know what that is, so you know ahead of time, and you're not feeling, oh, now I have to switch my weights. Let's hold it here. You can either hold it up top or drop it down into that world's greatest stretch. You can either just hold here or reach under, even dropping the knee, really creating that space in the hip, right here. So lots of options. And again, it's no repeat. So once we're done with it, it'll feel like a little bit longer of an interval, but essentially it's like we're getting 3 sets in one or 2 sets in one, and then you're done with it. So I think you're gonna like the format. And I think you'll probably tell me in the comments as well. If you can, step back into that high plank. Otherwise, put your hands on the bench, on the wall, or come down onto your knees. Just gonna do a little forward and back, feeling the core warmed up. Little drop of the hips. You can do all this on your knees as well. Little pedal of the feet. And then very slowly, let's walk your hands back. And we're gonna let our upper bodies hang. Pedal the feet again and slowly roll it up. Woo! I'm feeling energized. I don't know about you. Reach across. All right, so our very first exercise, we're gonna start with a push lunge. Now, maybe you've done this before, maybe you've done it with me before, maybe not. But what I love about it is a lunge that tends to be a little bit easier on the knees, especially the back knee, but it gets to be a little bit of a cross between a lunge and a hinge. So we really not only get the top of the legs, we get the hamstrings, the glutes, the hips, everything working. So we're gonna grab some heavy weights. What we're gonna add on to it is we're starting with our push lunge, which is gonna be nice and wide. You're leaning into it, you're pushing out of it. So this leg stays kind of straight, you don't have to lock it out, but but soft bend in the knees. What we're not doing is dropping down here. You're gonna lean and push. All right, if you wanna do a version of a regular lunge, that works too. But what we're gonna do halfway through, we're gonna add a bent over row. So I want you to grab some weights that you could do the row with and the lower body. Typically we can go heavy with this, with both. Let's get nice and wide. Again, you can also keep this body weight and add on when we add the upper body. Starting with the lunge, here we go. So lean into it, push out of it. It takes a little minute to kind of train your brain if you've never done this lunge before, because we're used to going here, right? I want you to really focus all the way. Weight is evenly distributed through the foot, even though I encourage you to push through the heels. Drive it up. Yes. Here we go. All right, let's get one more. And now we're gonna add the row. So you can watch me one time. Lean into the push, chest low, row, drive out of it. Join me here. Here we go. Lean, row, slow and controlled. If at any point you need to take this to just the row, that's okay too. Trying to make sure your back stays flat as you lean, flat, but get low, elbows up. I know, I feel it too. Yes, you can. We're gonna get 4 more just like that. I know, leg is feeling the burn. You're gonna know pretty quickly why this workout is called Dumbbell Total Body Burn. And I'm watching the clock, so you don't have to. All right, we're gonna hold this one down. We got 5 rows, only 5. Here we go. Stay forward in that leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoo, set those down. I know, right? So a lot in that leg. Now let's get that little toy soldier kick. So we're gonna get some mobility in between. Give our hands a break from holding, and then we're gonna go into that other side. So don't come at me, it is no repeat, but there are a few things that we're gonna get right side and left side. All right, so catch your breath, shake it out. All right, I don't know if you're like me, but my heart rate is up after that. We're gonna grab those weights again. Push lunge. We're gonna add the row. If you want, you can go a little wider with it. That works, or keep it regular just like you did. We're gonna do the lunge and the row. Then we'll add a little 5 finisher, low in the leg, and here. Are we ready? Grab those weights. 3, 2, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Here we go. Down, push lunge. So it's not a deadlift, but it's not a full lunge, right? So my front leg is pushing out like it's the lunge, but I'm letting my chest come forward in a bit of a hinge, right? You can also do this a little bit more straight up and down, but you can tell, right? When we get here, we really feel the back of the legs and the glutes kicking in to help, which is what we love. Everything working, also a lot of balance involved, right? Yeah. All right, let's add that row right here. So get steady, here we go. Down in the lunge, row, drive out of it. So you're gonna hang out in that push lunge, flat back, row, push out of it. Right here, down, and up, down. Whoo! I know, I feel it too. Ha! And up. Whoo! And breathe. 2 more. Lots of balance. 1 more. All right, we're gonna hold it here, get set. 5 rows, here we go, pull strong, 5. Squeeze nice and tight, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, set those weights down. Again, shake it out right here, right? I know, that is a lot. All right, we're gonna give our hands a little bit of a break as we get a little bit of mobility. Catch your breath. In fact, let's grab some water. Let's consider that all circuit one because that was a lot, right? So again, one long set. Cheers, y'all. But essentially it's like we're getting 2 sets of the lunge, 2 sets of the row, 2 sets of the lunge, 2 sets of the row, putting them together. Okay, let's give our lower body a little break. And we're gonna take it to a press into overhead triceps. We're gonna add some core on as we go. So I want you to find one weight that feels good for you to be here. So watch me up and over, or you might feel better holding it here, up, behind the head here. Whatever feels best for you, and if you don't feel like going over your head, just do the press. Are we ready? We'll add some core as we go. We're not doing any lower body on this, but we will add some core. So bring it here, core engage, 3, 2, 1. We're going up, behind the head for triceps, up and down. Really making sure that my hips are stacked beneath my rib cage, and I'm not here or here, right? My core is in tight, and I'm letting that weight come down behind my head, even if I'm here. I'm not cheating it halfway, I'm going all the way down. And here we go. Up. Yes. Right here. Up, elbows in. One more. All right, we're gonna add on. Watch me one time, just hold the weight here. Up, over, knee. Up, over, join me when you're ready. Your knee is coming in. I want you to think of it like a standing crunch. So use your core. Here we go. Up, over, and knee. Up. Yes, you can. Slow and controlled. I don't know if you're like me, but I'm starting to feel those arms and my heart rate's getting up. But I'm gonna stay concentrated on my core. Again, if this feels better for you, up, and here, burn. Yes, 2 more. Last one. Hold it here, watch me. I'm gonna twist. Just the knee, hold the weight up top. Knee, so arms are working, but they're not moving, right? Core is engaged. I want you to really think about that twist, if that's good for you in your back, and try to hold at the top. Get that balance. 8, 7, there we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, boom, 2, 1. Last thing, take it up and over. Here we go. We've got 5, 4, get it done. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, burn. Shake those arms out. Rack that weight, cross them over. Tap and reach across, all right? So a lot of shoulders and triceps, upper body push, and then adding that core and adding the balance, reach over the head. Whew! No right side and left side on that. Now we're switching gears to all lower body, all right? So you can probably go a little bit heavier on this. I'm gonna show you. We're gonna start with that kickstand deadlift. We're gonna add that curtsy lunge as we go. No lifting with the arms, so go heavy. I'm gonna take it, with my 25s. Okay, catch your breath. 1 foot forward, so your kickstand is just there. It's not a lunge, it's a hinge. Stand up straight. Are we ready? Let's start with just the kickstand. 3, 2, 1. Drive the hips to the back, soft bend in both knees. Stand up straight. You can also do this with just one weight, or you don't have to go super heavy. And breathe. We're gonna get a little core break in between our right side and the left side, because I know that's a long time to be holding these weights, right? Keeping those shoulders packed, meaning pulled back. So when I get to the bottom of this movement, I'm not letting them fold forward, right? Press up through that front foot. And here, yes you can. All right, we got it. We're gonna do a kickstand into a curtsy. Here we go. Kickstand, stand up straight, cross it over, curtsy, get low, back to center. Not very many. Kickstand, finish it, 2 separate movements, cross, drive it up. Yes, you can. This is where we go back to basics. We get heavy, right? Even though we're getting 2 exercises in one, it's all lower body. Let's get all the parts of that lower working right here. I know if you're like me, that heart is pumping. These lower body muscles use a lot of energy in workouts, and they use a lot of energy just to maintain. That is why lower body is so good for heart rate, so good for endurance, so good for calorie burn. One more. All right, I want you to hold it here. I want to give you permission to set those weights down. If you can, hands here, and watch me. We're gonna drop it down, little pulse, little pulse. If that's not right for you, keep it here. Push through that front heel, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. I know. Set those weights to the side. We're gonna come down. Remember what foot was forward. So for me, that was my right, and then my left leg was the moving leg. Let's come down into a plank position. We're gonna give our legs a little break, hands a break from holding the weights, but we're gonna take it here. So we're here, right here. We're gonna rotate to the side. Drop the hip, up, and center. If that's not right for you, take it on your knees. That works too. Join me down on the mat. Strong high plank, zip up that core. In 3, 2, 1. Rotate, small drop, up and center. Rotate, drop. Knees are fine too, I know, especially at this point. It's a little harder to do on the hand. So if you wanna rotate and then drop the knee for the hip drop, or just pick one, just do the rotation. And here, strong up through the center. 2 more. Yes, team. And relax, stretch it back. Woo! Catch your breath, everybody. Roll those wrists. All right, I know, it feels like we should get water now. We'll get it in just a second. We're gonna take it kickstand. Then we're gonna take a kickstand, cross over. We'll set those weights down. We'll do our small pulses. Let's finish it out, all lower body. Big muscles, strong muscles. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, kickstand, shoulders back. 3, 2, 1. Down, drive it up. Here. Drive those hips to the back, soft bend in the knees. Again, not a lunge. Push the hips to the back. My favorite cue for deadlifts, as if you're shutting the door behind you. Last one. All right, let's add that curtsy lunge, okay? If at any point you need to drop to one weight, you can. Down and up. Here we go. Stand up straight, cross it over, and up, down, up, down, and up. I know, I'm feeling it too. Don't lose your form. As you get tired, we have 3 more only. Can we set those weights down? Last 2. Good form, flat back. Controlling that front leg. 1 more. Set your weights down. Hold it here, get low if you can. If you need to be here, this works too. But if we can, we're here. Drop the knee down, press out of the heel, up. Yes. Get low, stay with it, I know. Keep that chest open. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh man. Catch your breath, team. Rack those weights. Oh, I get it, I feel it. And let's grab some water. All right, catch your breath, team. Whew. Cheers, y'all. We're gonna take it down on the mat or the bench, a little upper body. But we're gonna start with some basic core. So meet me down either on your bench or flat on your mat. Does not matter. I want you to have a couple weights close by. I'm gonna have my 15 to start, where we're just gonna have some weighted core, but you can choose to do it without the weight. Then I'm gonna switch it out because we're gonna add a press. I'm gonna switch out to my 20s. So if you wanna have a couple options close by, starting with just one, go ahead, come down on your back, either on the bench or on the mat. And we're gonna start with that weight straight up. You can hold it here or you can hold it here, whatever feels better for you, right above your chest. I want you to really get in alignment here. So think about tilting the hips towards the ribs. Think about zipping up the core like you're zipping up a pair of pants, buttoning up that rib cage, lifting on the pelvic floor, making sure that we're not arching or pushing in. Small, natural curve of the back. Right here, start with little toe taps. So we're gonna build this. You can keep it body weight the entire time if you want, but I'm gonna give you some things to think about. It's not often that we get to do some longer core endurance sets. It can be really good because our core needs endurance more than anything to be able to stabilize in our spine. So I want you to keep that tap, but I want you to shift those knees out a little bit. Instead of that 90 degrees here, shift them here. Now do the tap. Do you feel you have to stabilize a little bit more, right? Right there, yes you can. Again, just holding the weight, nothing fancy. Keep them out there. Now, can we extend the legs out? Dead bug or half bicycle. Yes. Breathe. Now, do you want to go straight legs? I know those legs are tired because we just did that deadlift and curtsy sequence. You've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees in, bring that weight in. We're gonna stay here. Pull over, so Barbie arms, soften in the elbows over the bench or to the mat, and then bring it up. I want you to start with just that. Realign in that core, but let your legs rest. Here we go. Over. You can also do this body weight, but I want you to feel how you have to stabilize. Keep that rib cage buttoned up. Right here. And if you're feeling spicy, you can add a little lift of the shoulders, but make sure you're lifting with your core. Right here. Slow and controlled. If you're feeling spicy again, add a little knee. Here we go. Down. You can keep the feet on the ground or bring them up to that bicycle. Up to you. Be where you are today. Whatever is best for you. Last 4, 4, 3, 2. Hold everything in. Lift those shoulders. Bring those knees in tight. Hold it in. Can you touch the elbows to the knees? Make sure you're breathing. Can you extend everything out just a bit? Keep that chin tucked. A little bit more. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Woo! Set that weight down. I love a good core endurance set. We don't get to do it very often. Let's grab those weights. We're coming to a chest press. We're gonna add a bridge. So make sure if you're on the bench that you're able to get your feet flat here. We're gonna get lots of glutes and hammies with that. And then we will bring it back up to our feet to finish. So grab these here. You can use that little trick to bring them here. We're gonna start with just that upper body. Remember, we wanna turn those weights in slightly, turn your elbows in slightly. And we're coming here, watch me. Down, Press up and in. Join me here. Here we go. One set is all we need. Feet flat, either on the bench or on the mat. If you don't have space on your bench, come down to the mat. You got time. Feel how that core feels nice and strong and maybe even a little bit tired, right? So keep that engagement as you go. And breathe. Let's take it down, everything up. Add the bridge if that works for you. Otherwise, separate them out, but we're gonna get some bridge at the end. Right here. Take it down. Up and squeeze, yes. Right here. And up. Can we get 4 more? Let's make them good, good form. 4, everything up strong. 3, press. 2, 1 more. Hold the weights at the top and just let your hips go down and up. Halfway, squeeze. Stabilize with those weights. If that doesn't feel right, set them down or bring them down by your side. Squeeze. We've got 4. Woo! 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring them down. Let them drop to the side. Get that nice big stretch. Yes, team. Up onto your feet. Big stretch out. Woo! I know. I'm feeling it too. Here we go. Bench out of the way. And I want you to find some weights that you can comfortably do a bicep curl with. So for me, that's 15s or 10s, but I'm actually gonna err on the side of a little lighter because my arms are feeling it. Here's what we got, team. We're gonna start body weight, or not body weight, stationary, side lunge and side lunge. Then we're gonna add a bicep curl on either side, here to here. Then we'll finish with a little bit of movement through that side lunge, all right? Let's get it done nice and wide. Shoulders back, you're shifting your weight into one side. Weights can be here or here to start. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Side lunge, drive it up. So if you're like me, it's gonna feel a little light to start, but that's okay, we're going for endurance. And we want it to be a good weight for your biceps as we get more into that. And up right here. Shift the weight, push out of that side of the foot. Drop the chest again, a little bit like that push lunge where we're gonna get a lunge and a hinge. Keep those weights in front. Here we go. Shift, hammer bicep curl, and bring it up. If that feels weird to you, you can always do the curl at the top. Watch me here. Up, biceps, and down, right? So you pick, is it better for you to do here or up top? And you can also have these weights here. And up. Two more. One more right here. Let's take it all to one side. We've got right, my right, your left. I can rest one right here if I want, or 2. Yes. Drive out of it. 4, 3, 2. Hold it down right here. Regular curl. 5, 4, 3. Stay low if you can. Come up if you need to. 2. Shift up through the center. Other side. My left, your right. 8. Bring it up. 7. 6. Yes, you can. 5. 4. 3. 2. Hold it down. Hammer curl. 5. 4. Keep those eyes up. 3. 2. 1, and relax. Set your weights down, get a nice big stretch, reach those arms up, and then let's step back, side lunge, and reach. So just for mobility and to shake it out, right? Yes, you can. Breathe. Yes. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yes, team. Catch your breath. We're right around that 30-minute mark, right? So if you need to be done, be done. If you can hang out for one bonus move, it is not timed and it is not a full circuit, but meet me down on the mat if you can. We're gonna be on our elbows and watch me here. I call this head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, shoulders, knees, toes, toes. So what I wanna do is start here for head, shoulders, shoulders, but you can do it all up on your hands. I'm gonna start here and then work my way up for knees and toes. So I'm adding in a little plank press. If you'd rather do it all here, or if you'd rather be on your knees or elevated, that works too. No clock, no timer, just hang with me for this one last core move, a little upper, a little mobility. Let's get it done. Here we go. So strong plank position, wherever you are. Here we go. Head, shoulders, shoulders, bring it up. Knees, toes, toes, bring it down. Head, shoulders, shoulders, and up. Knees, toes, toes, and down. I'm trying to really think about which hand is bringing it up and switching now. I'm going left, right, knees, toes, and left, right, back down. And then this is my last one right here. Head, shoulders, shoulders. Now I'm going right, left. 2 knees, 2 toes, and back down, right, left, and relax. That is it, team. Sit back, stretch it here. I know, how do you feel? Press those shoulders down side to side. I told you it was gonna go fast, right? I know, not a ton of water breaks, and sometimes, let's take one arm under, get a little stretch. I know it can be a little hard for our brains when we're used to following the clock or following the intervals, but I know many of you say initially you feel, take it other side, like you're not gonna like this format, but then once we get into it, it flows pretty nicely. And again, no repeat is pretty nice, right? Whew. Come up, roll through your back, cat, cow, however is best for you. I'm feeling it all the way through. I hope you are as well. Definitely leave me a comment. I love hearing from you. Leave me a like. Please make sure that you are subscribed and that you're sharing these videos and spreading the word. That helps me be able to keep making these workouts for you. Come back onto your feet. Whew, pedal here. And it also just really helps get the word out to other people who are looking for ways to get moving. Here, roll through your back slowly, bring it all the way up. Arms up, my arms are shaking a bit. I think it also challenges us a little bit in a format like this to push past our comfort zone. Sometimes I can look at a 40-second interval or 30-second interval and know exactly when I'm gonna fatigue, know exactly how to kind of play it safe. I'm gonna stick with my 20s on that because I know, and sometimes it's nice to push through that plateau with these longer sets, so then I can say I did the longer set with my 20s. Now I'm gonna do this interval, this timed interval with my 30s or whatever the case may be. I know I can work through this because I did it in that other workout. So just a reminder that you are stronger than you think and you can do this. You're here, you are capable, you showed up, and I'm so glad that you showed up to move with me today. Let's get one big deep breath in. Make sure you get more stretching on your own. In and out. You did it. That was your dumbbell full body burn workout. Great job, everybody.